Well, welcome, Vanessa. It's lovely to chat to you today. Would you start by telling us something about yourself, your connection to the church, which service you would most commonly attend before COVID hit us?
I've been part of All Saints Marlow for probably about 15 years now. I've got 3 grown-up children and I usually go to the 10:59.
Now, Vanessa, you're probably most well known for your work with Marlow Refugee Action, but today I wanted to ask you about another of your passions, and that's around climate change. Would you let us know how you got involved in climate action?
I think it was about 2 years ago. Dave and I, my husband Dave and I, we started to observe changes in our children's lifestyles and their career choices, which were because of the climate crisis. And so we started investigating, and we're both quite scientific people, and it's quite interesting when you start sort of learning about something new, and I think we were actually really shocked at what we found out, and so felt that actually it was something that we had to do something about. And for sure it's not what we expected to be doing in our retirement. I think we had the normal plans that one might have, and that's not the case now. It's this is what we're going to do.
And tell me something about how your Christian faith affects your involvement in this.
Well, for me, this is God's creation. Our earth is our gift, is a gift from God, and He asks us to look after it, and He also asks us to take care of the poor and of people who don't have a voice. And so, it's a no-brainer for me. And I think I feel, as Christians, we should be leading the call to change, to help the climate crisis. And I'm really pleased that the church, the big church, many churches are now getting really heavily involved, and I'm really encouraged by that.
And is there anything that you would want to say to those who are watching from the church or at home? Is there a message that you would want to give to other Christians here in Marlow and beyond?
Yes, I think for me, the most important thing that we can do is to learn, to educate ourselves, actually, because it's not until you seek to understand, you pray about what you learn, and you really take it into your heart. That I feel now a personal responsibility for what I found out. I feel that the climate crisis, I have a role to play in that. And I think people, from Marlow, we're from one of the richest towns in the world. Our contribution to what's happening, it is huge. And we need to really take that on board emotionally and decide how we're going to respond. So there is scary stuff coming. The world is warming, and we're going to hit 3 to 4 degrees C of temperature rise, and millions of people are going to lose their lives as a result, and there's going to be a lot of hunger, more displacement, and possibly societal collapse. And we all have an important, a profound role to play in that, I think, as Christians. And so I think, I would say learn what you can, and then pray about what your role is, because it's going to take all of us to do whatever we can to turn this around.
Well, thanks so much, Vanessa. And it's something we all need to be thinking about, the climate crisis. But if you're particularly moved by this, do get in contact with Vanessa, because she would love to chat more with those who are getting more and more passionate about this. This is something for all of us, but really we should look at getting into this more. And if you're really passionate, do get in contact with Vanessa about this. So Vanessa, thank you so much for chatting to me today.